You know, guys, since I started this channel, people have asked me, when you gonna do a will it run? I don't, it's a little played out, don't you think? I mean, everybody does a will it run. Generally it's a Chevy that's been sitting for 10 years. Will it run? Of course it will. It's unless it's got a rod blown through the engine, it's going to run. It'll probably still run at that point. It's just going to dump a bunch of oil and sound like hell. Anyway, but today we're going to do some will it runs. Not one, yes, 3. Let's start right over here. So what we got is a 2011 Ford Escape. Now Escape is actually the French version of the Escape. Alright, so it's a little bit different than the ones you're probably going to see everywhere. But this thing has been sitting for about, I don't know, 24 hours now. Will it run? Alright, so we got some beeping, that's good. It means the battery isn't completely dead. Turn the key on. Look at that. Yeah, 3 liters of power. It'll run. Good job. Guys, let's move on to something that's sat for a little bit longer than 24 hours though. So what we got is a 2017 Chevy Express 2500 van. Will it start? Kill that. Look at that. Start right up. Who'd have thunk it? Alright, so let's get serious for a moment, guys. Y'all want to see a will it run? Y'all want to see the Willies? Huh? Alright, there's part of it. There's part of it. There's part of it. No. Not gonna run. So I guess I technically lied. It's actually, my camera's on a slight tilt. So it's actually 4 in 1. Because one's just a fail. The Willies won't run. I'm not even going to attempt to run it because there's no engine in it. The engine's just assembled in the back of it. So that's going to be a will it run later down the road. It's going to be more of a will it ever see the road again type video. What we are going to do is, the other day I was at work and I came across something driving down the road, sitting in the trash, and I thought to myself, that'll make a great start when I begin on the project for the Parrot Heads next year. So I had a lot of fun working with those guys. So I want to make them something motorized though. So let me show you what we're working with. It's a little used and abused and seen better days. It's the PowerSmart 161cc overhead valve overhead motor. Whatever. Motor S whatever. Anyway.
It ain't got no gas in it.
See if we can get this thing to run. I noticed it's missing the breather. It's dumping a lot of gas out of the breather. There's actually gasoline in it. How much? We'll find a stick and find out. There's very little, but there is gasoline in it. Is it any good? Look at that. It's good gas. Alright. So why'd they throw this thing out? Did they just get them a new one? I don't know. It seems kind of weird to just throw it out. I mean, obviously this has seen some better days. Now it is a four-stroke, four-cycle, however you want to look at it. It's got a little oil dipstick. She got oil in her. But I'm going to try to do something about this handle real quick and see what I don't know. See if I can crank on her and get her to start. Alright, so now that I got this kind of held somewhat, I don't know. Let's prime her up. I did see a primer bulb somewhere, right there. Alright, it's kicking a little bit of smoke out. Do you think I can cut some grass with this thing? Let's find out. I mean, not that I ever cut my grass. Just ask my neighbors. They love me. So I'm guessing that the reason that they threw this thing away was, looks like these plastic pieces down here broke off. Right, I don't know if you can see this, right in here, where that handle would have mounted to. I bet you we could make something to fit that. You know what? I already got a lawnmower, so I want to change this from a horizontal shaft to a vertical shaft, and we're going to put it on something really cool in the future. So it's going to go in the shed, which, let me take you over and show you the shed, show you what's going on there. So I've been out here working on the shed tirelessly in 100-degree heat. Of course now it's 70 degrees, and I don't have enough lumber to work on it anymore. There's a few things I can do, but so as you can see, I got window cut out over here, got a window cut out back here. We're doing this as a 10 by 10 lean-to style shed, and of course I had a door that I thought I was going to use. I set it out here. It was a free door. Set it out here, it got rained on, and it completely ruined it. So I'm glad I didn't use that door, because it wouldn't have held up anyway. But as far as these trusses go up here, you know, I got these hurricane proof style thingamabobs, whatever you want to call them. Got those in there. The last two I simply ran gussets on. I'm going to put some beams in between there to support those, you know, because we're going to put a metal roof on this. And also I put, I had a couple gallons of Kills left over. I don't know where they came from. They were here when I bought the house like 5-6 years ago. So I just threw them down on the floor to help protect it a little bit, you know, because it's going to be raining and stuff while I'm out here working on this. But anyway, that's the shed. It'll be done soon. I'm hoping to have it done next weekend, hopefully, and then there will be a video coming out on that. Once that's done, we're jumping right onto the Willys. As a matter of fact, I'm going to start moving some Willys stuff around. I'm going to move the body out. I'm going to get the chassis in the garage, because I know I'm going to be pulling stuff out of the garage anyway to go to the shed to create more room, and then we are going to start working on the 4-link on this. Got back here and got, you know, just doing a little research, and I think it's going to be fairly straightforward to 4-link this. We already have shock mounts here, as you can see here on that side going down. We'll have to probably pull those up, weld those to the axle, the ones on the rear, if not make new ones. I'm not sure how we're doing that yet, but I'm doing a triangulated 4-link. I do believe at this point, I believe I'm going to do a triangulated 4-link, run right off this cross member down to there, run right off the frame, or this cross member, probably off this cross member down to the rear end. This thing's set up really nice to do a 4-link on. It's almost like they wanted one, and you can see the huge amount of room that I have to work with. I measured it, and I want to say it's almost 10 inches. So right now, with bags on it, would be at full extension. So we got to play around with that a little bit. We got to check our pinion angles. I noticed that the angle coming up here was a little bit weird, but yeah. So I know I called this a will it run video, but it's more of a, you know, update video on what's going on with Crossthread Garage.
The accelerated velocity of terminological inexactitude.
Got to get the body out of here. Got to get it out here. Want to start blasting it, because once I get the garage cleaned out, I don't want to cover it with a bunch of dust again. Plus, I might have Josh's bike coming over to be painted. Doing a cool lowrider graphic style paint job on that, but I'm not positive yet. I'm not sure. I haven't heard from him in a couple weeks. I would imagine he's still wanting to do it. I know he was having some issues with the new tank and stuff that he ordered, but we're going to set up the shop to where one side of the shop I can work on the motor, the other side of the shop I can work on the frame. Out here I can work on the body. Should keep the dust down to a minimum. It's just going to be a lot more efficient, and that's why I wanted to get the shed done, because I got a lot of stuff after my father passed away. I got a lot of stuff brought in here, and I don't have room for it, because I already had enough stuff, but it's stuff I don't want to throw away. It's family memories and stuff. So I'm going to get it out to the shed. I want to make sure the shed's watertight. Everything's in Rubbermaid containers anyway. So you know, I've been kicking out silly little videos, like another welder review I did, you know, on my Lincoln. But you know, we're about to get serious on some stuff, and really, you know, get back to the Willys, which is what I want to do. I want to get back to the Willys. My plan was to have the Willys done by this time, but then we just kind of got caught up with a bunch of other stuff. So now my plan is springtime. I would really like to have the Willys on the road. Maybe not 100% complete, but a driving project, and that's my goal at this point. So I'm going to try and go a little more in-depth on, because there were some people asking for more in-depth videos on what I'm doing as far as when it comes to the Willys. So I'm going to try and go a little more in-depth on the 4-link, when I do the front suspension swap out, the rebuild of the 289. That's going to be a budget rebuild. I got some ideas floating around about that. And the body, of course. The body is where the big budget saving is going to come from, because I'm not expecting this thing to look like $1 million when it's done. I want the drivability, I want the suspension, I want all that 100% on it. The body, you know, so it's just going to be a fun cruiser. This thing, these aren't worth $1 million when they're done. They're not worth, you know, the $70,000-$80,000 that the Tri-5s and the 64 Impalas and stuff like that are bringing, or the 60 bubble tops. They're not worth that kind of money. So I'm trying to keep it a little realistic and just something fun to cruise around with, something I can leave to my son. You know, I like to keep it. It's going to kind of be the Crossthread Garage shop truck, basically. I'm just going to run 2 seats in it, and it's going to be a blast. So anyway, that's probably going to do it for this video. I would like to say, if you're still here with me, please like and subscribe. I appreciate it. A lot more good content coming. This isn't exactly good content. I wouldn't call it that by any stretch of the means. But also, I'm going to put a link at the end of this video. Veronica Graham just put out, I think it's the first video off of her new album, and it's amazing. It's funny, it's cool, it's everything a music video should be. So definitely go check it out. Check her out. Subscribe to her page if you don't mind. Yeah, so you guys stay awesome, and love you guys. Take care. Bye. Never use enough tape. I'll tell you what, if that tape don't hold it, bolts never would have. I'll tell you what, taking a shower after all that grass cutting. Woo. Alright, see you guys. Guys, I gotta tell you, I really like this lemon lavender bar by Hammer Skincare Products. This stuff is amazing, makes me smell great, and helps keep the mosquitoes away, because the mosquitoes do not like the lavender.